Welcome to Mujeres Unscripted, where we amplify the voices of women through unique stories and shared identities. We're Christina,
And Renee.
and each week we dive into candid conversations about culture, career, and personal growth.
Join us as we celebrate the strength and resilience that connects us all. This
It's
is
Mujeres
Mujeres Unscripted.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving week. I know I rested and did absolutely nothing. This is Renee, by the way.
Christina here at the A. Thanks for joining us today.
Okay, so I hope everybody has those great leftovers. I forgot mine for lunch, but it's okay. They'll be here for the rest of the
No,
week.
our leftovers were gone.
They were not leftovers.
There were no leftovers left. We used them all up, and yeah, now we're moving on to regular dinners.
But I do want to give a shout out to Phoebes with multiple S's. She got on to Spotify and answered our question of our top 5 that we did a couple of weeks ago. We asked y'all to give us your top 5 that you would get a hall pass from your significant other. And so her top 5 was Pedro Pascal.
Good, nice choice, Phoebe.
I get the next one, but I don't get. But the reason I say I get is because my list was Jeff Goldblum, and hers is Jackie Chan.
Okay, Phoebe. I'm gonna have questions for you later. Yeah. Is it his actions, his speed,
His mobility,
the fact that he's so flexible? Maybe.
okay.
Well, I'll ask. I'm gonna ask.
Post Malone. That's a good one.
Yeah, I really, at first when he first came out into the scene, I was not a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like another rapper.
Right.
We have enough rappers in the world. But then I heard him sing Elvis music, some Elvis songs.
Really?
And my husband and I were floored. We were like, what? This guy? And of course, he's got the circles, the sunflower song. Of course we like that. But when we heard him sing, not rap, we were like, we got to listen to this guy more
I
often.
think it's the way he's going now.
I hope so, because he'll have another fan to add to his.
Well, we got on the bandwagon with Sunflower. Our last girl, our 10-year-old, she loved that song when it came out.
Mhm.
And of course, it's "Can I Hear?" when it was her turn to pick in the car the song. We hear it, so we heard it over and over again. Adam Sandler.
Yeah, we grew up with Adam Sandler.
I wasn't a fan of
Mhm.
Adam Sandler because I don't like the comics that yell.
Oh, he's a yeller.
He's, in his early stuff, he's like, he yells. And so, like, his older stuff, like Grown Up, or his newer stuff, like Grown Ups 2.
Yeah.
I think my big one for him was 50 First Dates, even though I don't like Drew Barrymore.
I love that film.
But I loved that movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. And Dave Grohl
Ooh,
from Foo Fighters and Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one I had to look up, Max Greenfield. That's her alternate. Remember we talked about
We had an extra. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen The Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Dave.
Dave. Yeah, he's a cutie. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So I know he was on the other show.
The girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Girl.
There you go.
I never watched that show.
Neither did I.
So,
But the Neighborhood, yeah, we do watch.
so Dave is him.
Cute. Good choice. Jackie, I'm going to have to call you on that one, Phoebe. By the way, Phoebe has a startup business.
Mm-hmm.
She bakes and she designs these awesome desserts for you. And so, of course, I placed an order, and we loved our chocolate dip pretzel sticks. My family enjoyed them. I love that they're not heavy on the sugar, kind of light there. You still get that sweet, but then you get the pretzel, which is the healthy part. And we enjoyed them so much that we took them to the movies with us to go see Gladiator. which I
I heard it's great.
Gladiator 2 is amazing.
I heard it's very, one of the coaches here in my hallway,
Yeah.
he got to go see an early pass. And he's like, it's pretty historically
Yeah.
correct. Which kind of sucks as a historian, because when you go see these movies, you're like, oh, that's not right.
That didn't happen.
Like
That happened 20 years later.
like Apocalypto, I love that we have that movie,
Mhm.
but it's so wrong. On so many levels,
Yeah.
But I was just excited that, they recognized that we had a history. But he said when it came to Gladiator 2 that it was very historically accurate, and it kind of seemed very well with the first one.
And I loved the way they seemed the first Gladiator and the second part.
Mhm.
Beautiful. I mean, I had, movies tend to do a lot of flashbacks.
Right.
And they did this so well.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. They paid homage, right?
To the original.
To the original, yeah. So,
I
yeah.
can't wait to see that on
But
at
you
home.
can only go see it if you sneak in Phoebe's treat.
Right?
Yeah. So, yes.
Now, Phoebe, I'm gonna have to hit you up for an order. I got to get some of these pretzels too.
Yeah, you need to. So next time, Phoebe, leave a link to
Yes.
your webpage.
And we'll put it on our Facebook.
Yes, please. So,
By the way, how's our Instagram going?
Instagram is moving forward. She's going to get me here. Facebook's doing great. Yes, which is that's her.
That's my platform.
Yes. I'm still working on the Instagram. Shouldn't be that hard, but you get so, I become very, when I'm about to start on something and then something takes my attention and I just get all these, I know, I'm going to sit down and do it. Accountability, friends, accountability. Thank you. So, but yeah.
So speaking of when we go home, that whole work life balance.
Yeah.
I know it's hard for me sometimes because I deal with kids all day,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have to go home and deal with my own kids.
Yeah.
So, I guess how can one do it in a positive way when you're like not having to yell at your significant other or your kids, or just feeling like overwhelmed? That's what I struggle with. Yeah.
It's tough. We're luckily, I mean, I have one, right? We've talked about this already. But I think some of our frustrations that we deal with as educators, we do carry at home.
Yeah.
No one in education can say, oh, I can definitely leave it at work. We don't leave it at work.
No.
There's always something that we're talking about. There's always something that we need to get done. There's always something there, especially when we're dealing with 120 kids,
Mhm.
And then we get home, and even my one, I don't want to shut it.
Yeah.
I tell him, I need you to shut it. I don't need you to overanalyze. Talk to me like I'm your student.
Right.
I need you to shut it, son. And when he hears that tone, and I'm trying to practice that, being that positive parent, but I need him to understand I need to decompress.
Right.
Right.
I'm like, give me 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me change.
Don't talk to me. Don't tell me what's for dinner as soon as I walk in.
Right.
I need 30 minutes to put my feet up.
Take off my over-the-shoulder boulder holder. Give me that time. And then, because we all want to come home and we all I get it, the kids need to do homework and all that kind of stuff. But even then I tell them, take 30 minutes, change, get comfortable, go brain dead for a little bit. And then you can come and talk to me.
Right. But yeah, I was so looking forward to the Thanksgiving break. It gave me an opportunity to just, you're asking me about our Instagram page. I'm not, I'm just disconnected. And, I'm trying to, I also had some car issues this week.
Mhm.
And so I found the bestseller that I could sell it to, and I'm getting myself a new car by the end of the week. But,
Yay.
Here's my wonderful husband who goes and tells me, just take my car.
Mhm.
And there's something about using someone else's car.
Yeah.
Just don't feel it. I can't. It's not my car.
Yeah.
I don't know the nuances. Yeah, the ins and outs of that.
And then I don't know about you, but I get more stressed. I'm like, I'm going 25, even though it's 30, because it's not my car. And I'm making sure I'm going to turn my blinker on, even though it's like a mile away that I got to move over.
That's his way of trying to release some of that tension that I'm having to go through, because I'm having to, think of all the numbers and who and when and what time's the car getting picked up, all that good stuff. But if for some reason, it just added more to my plate, because I'm thinking about, do I park it here? Do I go there? How fast, like you said, how fast should I go? I'm just overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it's a fine balance.
It's hard
because you don't want to take this in there either,
No.
right? Whether it's to the dining room table or to the bedroom, you don't want to take that there.
Mm-mm.
And heaven forbid you're not grateful for those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
No, I get it. But like I said, I like that everyone knows now. Give mommy about 20 minutes. Mommy, I'll let you know when she's good.
Let me fix my face. My mother would always tell me, fix your face, Christina.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because I'm one of those human beings that no matter how many times I tell myself, you're going to be good, don't say anything.
It brings it out verbally.
It definitely comes out. And I just have to, now, I go into meetings now and I just put your head down. Just put your head down, answer people, look them in the eye when you answer, things like that, but just don't. And when there's a discussion going on, don't make a face. I could hear my mom, fix your face, Chris.
Fix your face. Oh my God, that was my mom's too. Renee, do we need to go to the restroom? No, then fix your face. Oh my God.
All right, how do I do that?
I don't know.
I only have one face.
And that's what my daughter has the RB face, the resting. So she'll just sit like you're talking to her and she's just looking at you and she's not trying to say anything, but that's just how she's looking at you. And at first I was like, this heifer is thinking something about me and I'm about
what
to.
What is she really thinking?
But now it's come to the point I was like, I know she's not thinking anything. She's just like, Mom, let me go so I can go on with my day. Nothing bad. Yeah. She's just like, I'm taking this all in. But on her face, it's like, are you done? Are you done? Are you done?
That was the face my mother would tell me to fix.
No, mine would be like, the face that she wants me to fix is what the fuck are you talking about, fake? That's the face, because I'd be like, huh? Like, what do you mean? So that's the face my mom wanted me to fix.
Diego made the mistake of answering back to his dad. Oh, and I guess Diego, it was the day that we hosted at Thanksgiving at our house. And
so it's already a lot going on.
So there's a lot of, and Dad's been cooking and things like that. And so at the end of the day, he told Diego, make yourself productive and help your mother clean the table, right? Clear the table. And Diego, I heard him. And I was like, oh, he's in trouble. Not by me. Right. And so I hear him say, I've been productive all day. And he thought his daddy didn't hear him. And guess what?
Daddy heard him.
Those of you who know my husband, his voice carried through the whole house. And of course he redirected Diego and Diego's like, yes, sir. And I was like, I'm washing dishes.
Nope. But I don't know about you. When that happens, it's like, yes, I'm not the mean one this time. You know what I mean? I'm just like, there's a little bit of celebration, like,
it's not me.
I don't have to get onto him.
No, I have the problem because he's my baby of stepping in. And what Armando, he was saying it to me or he didn't mean it. No. This time I kept my mouth shut because when I heard Dad's tone, like I'm nope. And one, if that was being directed to me, he would have heard me too, right? But it was like, at some point, and so he comes next to me, as I'm washing dishes, and I'm like, what did you learn from this?
Yeah.
Just to keep my comments to myself. That's right, bud. You don't have to say anything.
That's what I tell the older two, because my 14-year-old, I forget how old they are sometimes. There's so many of them. My 14-year-old, he's very monotone. So, with the other kids, I can tell when they're getting an attitude because you hear that tone. But with him, it's monotone. And so I noticed about a year ago, he'd start saying fly stuff, but I wouldn't catch it till he was like on the other side of the house because it was very monotone. And I was like, did he just, boy, get back over here, And so he's getting at that age. He got a little mustache. So he thinks he got a little fuzz on the upper lip. So, he feels like he can have a talk back. But I have to tell them, I'm like, just because it's in your brain, don't need to come out of your mouth. I said, because believe me, there are plenty of things I want to tell y'all. Well, because I don't want to hurt your feelings, they stay in my brain. And so, but yeah, we're having that discussion too. Like, just because you think it don't mean you got to say it.
So yeah, he heard it. He heard it. And I was just like, I'm not getting in anyone's path of, yeah.
Well, but like over the break, I didn't grade.
Oh no.
I didn't. I think I opened the laptop up just for, okay, hi. Just for like personal things to get on Facebook, to do the podcast and stuff like that. But as far as work,
I did not work.
And that's one thing my husband has said. He's like, these past 2 years, I noticed that you do not work when you get home.
No, you shouldn't.
I shouldn't.
Yeah. That's part of work-life balance.
Right. And, me and my husband have been together 17 years. So she's 15, 16, 17 years. And he's like, this is the first time I've seen you actually come home and not do a thing. And he's always was after me like, you don't need to do that right now. You don't need to do that right now. And so he's like, I'm proud of you. The fact that you're coming in, putting your book bag and leaving your book bag.
Right.
So unless you want to play with your pens, which I got pens for my birthday.
There you go. So adding to
the collection. It's okay though. Okay. But yeah, it's just having that consciousness of saying, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah. You have to tell yourself that.
And follow through.
And not pick anything up. I think the only thing I had to do, and I did it yesterday before 5:00 in the afternoon, was update our advisory slides, right? So That's all I did.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I know they were late today.
We were like, no advisory slides? Cool. And we kept talking in the hallway.
Oh, good.
So that's, as we have, I've been on many different department teams or whatever. Yeah. But I am the only female on my floor. I am. But this team is awesome. I really, not to the other team members that I've been on that are listening, love you guys too. But this team, they are very, like, if they see you upset, if we see anybody upset, we try to cheer them up. Hey, what can we do for you? Hey, do you need this? Do you need that? Just they're always there. And so I've been very grateful for the team that I've had. And so we shoot the shit in the hallway.
Yeah, there are a bunch of good guys out there. Yeah. And yeah, they definitely make it a pleasure to work with. But I had a question for you.
No,
because the demographics that I've noticed, who are part of our listeners, the majority of our listeners are women, between 35 and 55. And I guess my question is, you go through your reels and, a side hustle, or, you want to leave teaching. This is what you could be doing. And I'm like, at what age can we pivot?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of been on my mind about like, do I want to pivot? Do I want to start something new? I'm so close to retirement at this point. Do
you want to?
Do I want to? I don't know.
I really. And then on that, some jobs think we're too old.
Yeah, is anyone gonna want to take me?
Yeah, because what we talked about last year, the FBI, the CIA, what?
Yeah,
They were hiring teachers.
yeah, but then the cutoff age is 35 or 30. Yeah, 35. And so I was like, well, that excludes me, but I would be a per candidate.
And if you look at the requirements, it wasn't like physical. I wasn't having to go and run.
Yeah,
It was more of a mental, pacing thinking.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what I'm remembering correctly?
No, I think you and I both read the same
Okay.
job posting.
And so, and then I just for fun, because is it time to pivot? We don't know what's like we've talked about before. We don't know what's going to happen with the Department of Education.
Yeah.
Are we going to have to pivot?
Yeah.
Not do we want to? Or are we going to have to, depending on what happens? And I'm doing it for just preemptive, so in case it does happen, I'm not caught off guard.
Right. So we can't even say, well, I'm going to play it safe and stay the last 5 years of until I retire, because we have no idea what's happening.
Right. So just I've been checking, and a lot of these places are asking if you're over 40, and I feel like, okay, isn't that ageism? What is
Ageism?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is illegal.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, well, my whole thing is, you asked me for my birthday. You're gonna know whether or not I'm over 40. You haven't. I was born in the late 1900s, so yes. Oh, that sounds so old.
Well, don't say it like that.
I told my daughter, she was like, how was it growing up in the late 1900s? I was just like, I did grow up in the late 1900s. But so my whole thing, that frustrated me, one, that they're asking me, check yes or no if you're over 40. But I'm like, are you that lazy that you can't go and see my birthday?
Do the numbers?
Like I don't do math because I can't math, but I can subtract because I'm a historian. I'm like, all it does is just subtract. It's easy subtraction, guys. But I don't know, because then I'll see stuff like Colonel Sanders started KFC when he was like 52. And
Yes. I mean, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. When I look through those reels and those pop up, and maybe it is listening to me and I'm frustrated at work or something, but what am I going to do after retirement? Do I need to look for something now? So the reels come up and I'm like, well, shit. Yeah. This old fart, I'm like, I have more. I like to think I have more education than Colonel Sanders.
I would hope I do. Well, I know I can't cook, so in that case, he was years beyond me.
He's ahead of you.
He's ahead of me in the culinary area.
That's hilarious.
But other thing, I don't know.
Has anyone out there made that pivot? Where you just decided, I'm leaving this field and I'm going into something else, and you flourished, because I want to know. I need to know these people.
And I don't want to hear it on the reel. I want to know personal stories. Yes, I did it. Not so-and-so's brother-in-law's daughter's niece. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that. I want to be like, I did it, and this is how I did it, and this, because I don't know.
Or could we have done this like 10 years into education, right? Instead of waiting.
Education looks so much different, though. Right. 10 years ago, even just 10 years ago, it looked different. Yeah. I would. COVID hit. I mean, I think that's where the big change happened.
Yeah, and I've contemplated going into administration. I'm part of mid-management right now, and it's just I'm a little hesitant, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I'm just gonna have to play this by month. Yeah. At this point, because I really am just wondering what else is out there.
And I don't think we're the only ones, because I'm hearing rumblings from my end of the building also. Not so much from my department, but from other departments that they're contemplating life's journey at this moment too. And then to think of that, how much do you tell other people?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like it when I share. I mean, this is us taking a chance. Right. Starting this.
But even then,
endeavor.
But even then, in my mind, I don't know about you, I'm like, I'm filtering. What am I saying?
Yeah.
You know? because I could be the next president. You never know. And then this comes out and they're like, we didn't like that you said that. And, yeah,
You're a host at saying.
yeah. Because I was always told not everybody you tell is in favor for you.
Right.
And you don't want to block a blessing by telling too many people.
Too many people, right? Yeah.
So then that becomes another thing. And it's not, it's not because I don't want people to know. It's because I just don't know how people are feeling about me.
Yeah.
Because, not everybody wants the best for me and my
No.
family. Not everybody wants the best for you and yours. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Haters are going to hate.
I mean, you write songs about that.
Right?
Yep.
And so there, when it comes to me posting stuff, a lot of it I don't post just because I'm like, we used to be friends. I don't know if we're still friends. I don't know. And I don't want someone to block a blessing for me.
Yeah.
And so that's another.
And I'm going to be honest with you. Even within this, platform and taking on this, I see this as an opportunity. Right. But at the same time, I was a little hesitant to tell people about this.
Yes.
Because you're right. I don't need people judging me.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, you don't want to hear it, guess
Scroll
what?
on.
Scroll away, turn it off, don't subscribe, don't follow, whatever. But it's like, I'm not doing anything different, but just talking to a friend.
Right.
And I like to think that I have more friends out there than people who don't like me,
right.
Or who wouldn't want the best for me. But yeah, you have to be hesitant. You have to be a little like, well, do I share this? Do I not share this? But because we're vulnerable.
Yeah.
At this point, right? We're on 2-3 different platforms right now, minus Instagram. I know. It came full circle. But yeah, so we're putting ourselves out there, just trying to see where this could take us. And because it isn't, like I said, it's an opportunity, but you're always thinking about that one person that's gonna just,
that could fuck everything up, right? Just like
plain and simple. I mean, like, people know things, and but I'd like to think that people who don't know me give me a chance, give me an opportunity to, I don't know, share what I know about heart health, share what I know about education, share what I know about, just being a woman going through perimenopause, but at the same time, if those of you who are my friends, you're my friends.
Yeah.
And you understand where I'm coming from because you know me.
I mean, you wouldn't think of it, but, like we said, we've known each other 17 years, but it wasn't like we talked every day for 17 years.
Absolutely.
We really we kept on Facebook up with that, and we'd see each other at PDs. But the minute I got here at the school, it was just like nothing had missed.
No, that's it.
And that, I think, is what a true friendship is you can not see each other for years. And the minute you come back, it's like it never missed a beat.
Yeah.
And I have a handful of friends.
Oh, I love them. Yeah.
That I know if anything happened, they're the ones I would call at 2:00 in the morning and say, hey, I need your help. And they wouldn't question me.
Where do I meet you?
Exactly. Okay.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the holidays, which are around the corner for us as well. Because my girlfriend Claire and I have a head spa. It's on the agenda. Yeah. Where they just massage your head.
Oh.
Yeah. And they wash your hair and they come down to the neck. No, it's on the books.
But it's so funny because that's what when I was younger and I didn't feel good, my mom would massage my head. And so this last time that I got COVID, I went to Ephraim. He's like, you don't feel good, do you? And I said, no. He's like, well, what do you need me to do? I said, I just want you to massage my head.
Just rub my head. Yeah.
He just looked at me. I was like, I just don't feel good. That's what my mom used to do when I didn't feel good. And he's like, all right. And I fell asleep. And the next thing I know, it was the next day. You know what I mean?
But it's those little things you know,
Yeah.
that just help us keep going,
Decompress.
decompress and keep going. Cause I like, I like when I go out and get a pedicure
Yeah.
that, you know, and that just releases all this tension, and I can make it another month.
Yeah.
I can make it to the next month and get another one, right? So
That's how I feel like. So I do my own nails, guys. I'm not the best at it, but it makes me happy.
he is so proud of her nails.
I'm so proud of my nails, guys. If y'all, so I started doing these like the year I started working here. So it's
Mhm.
gonna be almost 3 years. Y'all, my girls still clown me because they're seniors now. They were sophomores when I started here, right?
Yeah.
And so that day that I came with my first set of nails, I knew they looked like shit. I know they did. I just didn't think my girls would go so hard on me about how ugly they were. So I was like, but no, I really tried, guys. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, so now that I see them and I wear my nails on a regular basis, they'll be like, oh, miss, you've come a long way. I was like, why do we got to bring up old stuff?
Stop it. That's history.
And then I even had one girl came from the bottom. Now we here. I was like, all right, bye. Go to your go. I'm done with you. But that, and it's so funny because it relaxes me.
Yeah.
Because I paint and I, you know, because the way you put the gel on, you got to paint it on and all that kind of stuff. And
Cool.
it's I don't want to say mind numbing, but it doesn't. I don't have to think really about anything while I'm doing it, and I'm just sitting there just painting. And so that's I didn't do them for a whole month. I let them grow out and let them get healthy for a whole month. They're back. My nails are back. But yeah, I noticed it was
But
just
you know, it's those little things in life that help us balance out that craziness of work and life.
nice. So yeah, so we're at 31. Damn it. But tell us how do you balance your work and life?
Yeah.
Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, guys, that's work. That is work. I did stay-at-home mom for a year. I did not like it. I told my husband, I was like, I'm going back to work. I do not like this situation. It is not for me. Kudos to those who did it, who do it, who are planning on doing it. Because I think I was more stressed out as a stay-at-home mom. So even you guys, just because you're not out of the house working, you're still working. So how do you balance that home work life?
Yeah.
So give us some suggestions. Help us out. Let us know what you guys do for that balance. And also, what was the other thing we talked about? I forgot.
Jackie Chan. I gotta touch base with
pivot.
you.
If you have pivoted, if you have,
More importantly,
she is so caught up on this Jackie Chan. But Phoebes, I get you. Everyone makes fun of my Jeff Goldblum. It's just something that's there. I get it, Mija. I got it. I understand. But no, if you have pivoted from one career to another in your later years, how did that work out?
Yeah.
What did you
know.
do? What were your fears? Because
Yeah.
you might have the
Because I
same,
think that's where I'm at right now.
the fear of the unknown.
The unknown.
But how did you get over those fears? Maybe give us
Yeah.
some suggestions on
Give me some feedback.
that, you know, especially I still have little ones. That's my fear.
Mm.
Is moving on to something and then not succeeding, and I still have little ones at home. I still have 9 years.
It's like, do I wait till Diego graduates high school and goes to college so that I could make this leap? I don't know.
Like that, I'm gonna be 55.
Well, I am 55. No, I'm kidding. I'm 50. I'm 50. All right.
Hey guys, thank you for joining. Subscribe,
Please.
share.
Keep sharing.
Keep sharing. We're loving these numbers going up.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We're so thankful that you take time to listen.
Share the link with your loved ones. Wish them a happy holiday. You know, maybe this is part of their holiday, stocking.
Ooh, yeah. But we appreciate you. Thank you. Subscribe. Love y'all. Till next time.
Have a good night.
Bye.